Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Football and welcome to the Match Day 2 Premier League prediction show. What a start it was last week. Incredible goals, incredible games, as usual. And which kind of games do we have this week? So we will be going through my predictions, all 10 of them, starting with the early kickoff on Saturday, and that is Aston Villa against Everton. Now, last week, obviously, both teams did lose. Everton did lose at home to Chelsea, although it was just from a penalty. And Aston Villa surprisingly did lose to newly promoted Bournemouth, which definitely kind of damaged them. I actually expect them to do well this season, but that was not a great start for them at all. Um, I'm going to predict an Aston Villa win here because now, there's no reason, but I feel like Aston Villa are better than Everton personally. Everton struggled last season. I think the Aston Villa Bournemouth result was more of a blip than it is what you're going to expect this season. So I'm definitely going to go for an Aston Villa win. It's pointing out to be a draw, but I'm going to stick with an Aston Villa 2-1 win over Everton. As I said, both teams kind of struggled last week, especially Aston Villa, but it was an away game. This time they're playing in front of their fans, so I'm expecting them to bounce back. Second game of the week will be Arsenal against Leicester. Good start for Arsenal. It was a good first 45 minutes for Leicester, but obviously they did end up dropping the points to Brentford. Brentford, what a goal it was from Silva to make it 2-2. Leicester started off very, very well, but then dropped points. And Arsenal are looking really, really good. Playing at home this time round, started very well against Crystal Palace last week. So I'm actually going to predict another Arsenal win here. It's not going to be as comfortable, but I'm still expecting a two-gap win, a two-goal gap win. So Arsenal 3, Leicester 1. The next game on Saturday will be Manchester City against Bournemouth. Now, what a start for Man City last week. Erling Haaland truly announcing himself, man. What a game he had last week. He won the penalty, scored the penalty, and the run for the second goal was absolutely incredible. And as we've talked about Bournemouth already, a very good start for them, beating Aston Villa, keeping a clean sheet. But this is Man City. This is a different level, guys. You know that this is a different level. So I'm going to go for Manchester City to win this game by 5 goals. I'm actually going to go by 5 goals. Man City 5, Bournemouth 1. Sorry to the Bournemouth fans, but this is probably the hardest game you're going to have this season. Next up, we are going to have Brighton against Newcastle. Both teams winning last week. Brighton away to Manchester United and Newcastle at home to Nottingham Forest. So I think this is a harder game for Brighton. Newcastle at home is even harder for them than Man United away. I'm so serious saying that. Newcastle have definitely improved this season, and the whole year, basically, Newcastle have been great. And Brighton are not afraid of scoring goals, and they're always happy to score goals like we saw against Manchester United last week. I think they'll get a couple of more here, but Newcastle looked good, but I expect Nottingham Forest to struggle, so I don't know how much you can take from that result. So I'm actually going to go for a draw. Brighton 2, Newcastle 2. The first draw I've gone for today. The next game will be Southampton against Leeds. Southampton, the only team last week, and Leeds did score 2 of their own goals as well. Southampton at home, I mean, a lot of people have predicted them to struggle. I actually predicted them to finish in the top 10, but after watching that game against Tottenham, I was about to change my mind. But let's see how they do at home against Leeds. I think they'll have to bounce back, but I can't see them getting a win because Leeds did look good with the new signings last time out. So I am going to go for Southampton. Another draw yet again. Southampton 2, Leeds 2. Next up at the same time will be Wolves against Fulham. Fulham, what a start it was for them last week, drawing against Liverpool. They actually almost got a win. And for Wolves, I mean, turning into a back four, and I'm selling Cody this week. I know he didn't play last week, but I really cannot see them winning this game. I don't see them finishing the top 10 this season. Neto is looking good. Jimenez is currently injured, so the likes of Wang have to do a lot more. So I'm going to go for Wolves to score a couple of goals here, but I think Fulham will match them. I think Mitrovic looked very good last week against Liverpool, and as I said, Wolves did lose against Leeds, the game we just talked about. So I'm actually going to go for yet another draw, 3 draws in a row. Wolves 2, Fulham 2. The next game, the last game on Saturday, will be Brentford against Manchester United. Now, I mean, let's be honest. Which team has it easy here? Is it Man United or Brentford? I mean, I think having Man United at home these days is a bit easier. I mean, Brentford will not fear Man United at all, and I'll show you that in the result. Now, Man United will have to bounce back. They've not gotten any other new signings since their defeat last week. They're still being linked to other players, but defensively they were so bad last week. The likes of Cristiano Ronaldo did not look happy, and Brentford, as I said, scoring those 2 goals in the second half, coming back from 2 goals down, they'll be raring to go once again. And I am going to go for Brentford to pick up a point against Man United, another draw for Brentford, another 2-2 draw for Brentford, 2 against Man United. Then on Sunday, we'll have Nottingham Forest against West Ham. Nottingham Forest's first home game in more than 20 years in the Premier League. West Ham last week lost, or Nottingham Forest lost as well, but West Ham are playing against Man City. And Nottingham are away to Money Machine Newcastle, so both teams are away to Money Machines. And for the first game of the season, I mean, many would expect West Ham to win, but I actually think I'm going to go for a draw. It's pointing out to be a West Ham win because Nottingham Forest did not look good last week, and obviously Jesse Lingard playing against his former team. I'm going to go for him to have a game and probably get a goal or something. So another draw, but this time Nottingham Forest 1, West Ham 1. The last 2 games, the last one on Sunday will be Chelsea against Tottenham. Now, Chelsea always win this game, but Tottenham have been looking good. The only team to score more than 2 goals last week, they ended up scoring 4. And Chelsea did not look great against Everton. They only scored from a penalty, but hey, it's a goal for them. They got the win, and they always beat Tottenham. They always fancy themselves against Tottenham. So I think Chelsea will win, even though I feel like the squad can get better after they sign more players. So I'm going to go for Chelsea 3, Tottenham 2. A very good game there. And then last up on Monday will be Liverpool against Crystal Palace. Liverpool, as we've already mentioned, they dropped points. They actually did drop points against Fulham last week. Nunes did look good from the bench though, and I think he's going to keep that form going. So I am going to go for Liverpool to get 3 goals and Crystal Palace to get 1. Crystal Palace obviously lost to Aston last week, so that will be back-to-back losses for them, unfortunately. So 3-1 to Liverpool. Now, let's go to the other predictions. One player to definitely score. I am going to go for Erling Haaland. As we already mentioned, he was very, very good last week. He looks very ready. I'd not be surprised if he gets a hat-trick this week. And obviously, in terms of total number of goals, last week I went for 31. This week I am going to go for 32 goals to be scored. So those are the match day 2 predictions, or match week 2 predictions. Let me know what your predictions are. Which team will score the most goals? Which game are you looking forward to the most? Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.